Hey guys, welcome to Chrony and accuracy testing day of the Crosman 2289, the backpacker. So I have my steel breech. I have a good scope actually, well, decent scope, installed. I did have to replace the pump piston and pump cup yesterday. I guess it was shot a little bit more than I thought it was. But hey, the gun is still in amazingly beautiful condition for its age. So I have lightened up the trigger pull as well. And I have confirmed that this actually is a variant 2. And we'll talk about that in the review video. So we'll put a couple shots over the Chrony. 14.3 grain Crosman pointed premier pellets. That would be these guys. $377. $368. $77. $367. Oh, I was running 400 yesterday before the pump piston screwed up, and pump cup. Put in new parts and it slows it down. What up? $365, so we're getting 360s. Let's see what happens at 15 pumps. Is that 15? Let's go 5 more. Okay, I'll have to recount that on the video. 387. Okay, let's do a proper 15. That I know it's 15. 2, 3, 4, 5, because I lost track. 1, 2, 3, 10. Oh, there's 15. Definitely 15. Ooh, you struggle with this sucker. $3.99. Well, that's what it was doing at 10 pumps with the crummy pump cup. Alright, so we need a good valve. Let's go do the accuracy, guys. Welcome to the shooting portion, guys. We've chronied the gun. Now we're going to check its accuracy. The gun was dialed in this morning with no wind, with the Crosman 4x32 scope that was a replacement for my Phoenix from Crosman, which it'll never see that gun because I want to keep it one piece. And at least I know this scope holds 0 really well on CO2 guns and pump-up guns. So I decided to put this scope on to the backpacker. I tried the scope from the Crosman 760 KT kit and that scope definitely will not hold 0. Now, I have added in a lighter trigger spring on this thing, so it's very hairy. So it takes me a little longer between shots, but it's definitely light. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's see if we can time this right. And we are shooting at 10 meters too, by the way. Man, new pump cup, a new piston in this thing, and it's hard to pump. Two more. Alright, let's do a check and switch, and then we're going to try some RWS Super Point Extras. we can definitely improve this. Like I said, this morning it was sighted in with no wind, so I was getting good bullseyes. But either way, that's respectable. I can deal with this area, no problem. I can move that up a little bit more. So maybe a cross 2 and up 1. That ought to do the trick. But anyways, let's show you some Super Point Extras and see how they do. These are 14.5 grain. The Crosmans are 14.3, I believe. Yes, 14.3. So 0.2 of a grain extra, which does make a difference. But so does the overall shape and style of the pellet too. The parallax can also be a bit buggy too, because it's at 30 yards on this scope, and that can really throw you out a little too. Actually, you know, that's not bad. That's right in the middle, but to the right. So I moved it in 3 clicks to the left, and we'll see if that helps, because if these RWS pellets actually work a lot better right off the hop, we'll definitely stick with these. See how they do though. Very nice. Alright, let's take about 3 more shots, and we're not going to touch the scope. Man, that parallax bugs me. I wouldn't call whatever results we get today as conclusive as to the potential of this gun, because I am dealing with a scope with a 30-yard fixed parallax, so it is a little funky. Two more shots. I think one more for good measure. Alright, last and final shot. Alright, let's check out our target. Oh, we only got to bring our height up just a little bit, but you guys saw more in the camera than I can see sitting back 33 feet away. So, but that's a nice group, very nice. We can tighten that up and rip that bullseye right out of there, hassle-free. And that's with the RWS Super Point Extras. And this is our Crosman pellets. As a comparison, Crosman, left hand is the RWS. So I would say the RWS Super Points are going to be the best pellet in this gun. I just got a little bit of tweaking left to do, and we can get that dead on center, and like I said, we'll be able to rip the bullseye. Now that is something I'm going to wait on doing, and I'll tell you why, is because this thing has a Canadian detuned valve in it, and that's why we're getting the speeds that we're getting. And it does have a stock size transfer port, and so we're okay that way. So now it's just a matter of putting in a full powered valve, getting it closer to that 500 feet per second. So we'll re-Chrony when we do that, and make sure we're still just within that margin that we need to be at with a 14.3, because the extra power is going to actually create a whole different scope setup now too. It's kind of like when you go further from a target, you have to sight back in, because now you're actually going to be dropping a little bit of energy at the same time. As the simple fact is, as you go further back, your sights work differently, right? So the same thing works with power. When we go from X speed to X speed, we see an accuracy difference. So right now we're, you know, I'd say we got about maybe 3 clicks on the elevation. I'm not going to touch it until after I put that valve in. Once I put the valve in, I'll bet you it'll self-correct itself, or I may have to actually dial it down a couple of clicks from center, and that'll make all the difference in the world. So right now, I would say, as far as our windage goes, well, we do have a little bit of correcting to do on the windage, but not by much, maybe a click. But definitely a couple clicks on the elevation, and we'll be fine. So now if I was going to leave the gun exactly the way it is at the current speeds and stuff, then yeah, I would take the extra time and I would dial that scope in right dead smack on, even for having this little bit of a light wind. Like I said, this morning was absolutely dead calm. I mean, dead calm. Doesn't get any calmer than that. And it did really well for getting some bullseyes. I should have actually filmed that one. But hey, you don't think of these things all the time, right? But anyways, I still say that the accuracy with the Crosman pellets is actually pretty good. You know, but I think the RWS are definitely going to be the winners in this case overall. They do a much better job. So we're happy with that result. So, stay tuned for our review next of the gun. And until then, catch you in the next one. See ya.